everyone, welcome back. I hope you're all well. Once again, I'm filming in front of the bookcase here. I know I got a lot of comments in the past few videos about the background, and I do like filming here. I always like when someone films in front of their bookshelves because I like to be nosy and look what's behind them and everything. And I finally have some better lighting here too, so that helps a lot. But this is kind of our family room, so people are always watching TV or doing something, and it gets a little distracting, and I don't like to film obviously in front of people. So whenever I get the chance, I probably will be filming here, but they'll be kind of mixed background, so I'll change it up once in a while. There goes Skippy. Thought she was going to stay for a video. Huh, buddy? Not going to stick around? Huh? Oh, okay. Anyway, today I'm here to talk about Cinder by Marissa Meyer. And this is a book I've had on my shelves for months and months. It's just been sitting there. I first heard about it, and it got a lot of hype, a lot of really good reviews, and I was really intrigued and had to have a copy of it. And then for some reason it just sat on my shelves all this time, and finally decided to pick it up, and I've got to tell you, I'm kind of regretting that I started reading this. Yeah. Because now I have to wait till February for the sequel. I loved this book, and I can't wait that long. This is going to drive me nuts. It was an excellent, excellent book. First of all, look at this gorgeous cover. I love the font that they use on it, the shiny silver, and the shoe on there with the kind of mechanical parts in there. It continues on the spine. They also have that kind of same shoe design running through on the spine there. It's a really, really gorgeous detail. And I like the way they did this interior page too. They really make it look like, you know, a fairy tale there. And the Cinder story continues, and there's the other 3 more books. So it's a 4-part series. It continues with Scarlet in 2013, Crest in 2014, and Winter in 2015. And for those of you who may not know what this is about, it's sort of a reimagining of the Cinderella story. And this book has it all in there. It has the handsome, sweet prince. It has the evil stepmother and stepsister. There's a ball. There's kind of a version of a glass slipper. And there's even almost a version of the pumpkin-turned chariot in here, although it's not quite as, not quite as nice in this particular book, this version. Then we also have the added bonus in this world is it's a futuristic setting. So we're not actually driving gasoline cars in here. There are hover cars. There are people with ID chips implanted in them. We have androids. And we have Cinder, our main character, who's a cyborg, part human, part machine. And she doesn't really remember anything about her earlier years. There was apparently some accident that caused her to have these cybernetic parts implanted in her, so one of them being a foot. And she was adopted by this man and brought to live with his family. Not really what the mother wanted. She didn't want this added child, who's not even really, in her mind, human. And the father has since passed away, so Cinder is left to live with her stepmom, her older stepsister, who are both very, very mean to her. And then there's a younger stepsister, which is actually Cinder's best friend. And I believe her name, I'm not really sure how to pronounce it. I've been pronouncing it Peony, but that's the younger sister and her best friend. And there's also Aiko, which is the android who works for the family, and that's also one of Cinder's friends. And to pay her way in the family, Cinder works as a mechanic, and that's where she first meets Prince Kai, her other main character in the story. And he brings in one of his androids to be repaired by Cinder because he heard she's a very good mechanic. And so that's kind of the basic Cinderella background story of it. Added to this, Marissa Meyer has added other elements. There is the Lunars, which this is called the Lunar Chronicles, Book 1. The Lunars are the people that inhabit the moon, encircling our planet Earth. And they're run by Queen Levana, and she's quite evil. They have a specific kind of power. Most of the people on most of the Lunars have this power. And I'm not going to get into detail of it, but it's very effective in this particular book and what it can do, and also very dangerous. She basically wants to take over the Earth, and they're trying to kind of negotiate and find some kind of common ground between them. She would like to marry Prince Kai, so get her foothold into to planet Earth and thus maybe take over. But of course, they've been fighting it and everything like that. The prince's father has been, trying to negotiate this, but he has recently become ill, and so now it's kind of being left over to the prince to kind of deal with negotiations. The reason his father is ill is because there's also a plague running rampant on the planet, and it's called pneumosis. It's 100% fatal. They have found no cure for it yet, and it's pretty fast acting. So his father has now come down with this, and it's looking that the prince will soon become the next emperor of the Commonwealth. It's like kind of the planet is divided in the Commonwealth, so he'll be the next emperor, and all these decisions are going to be falling upon him. But we still have the various elements of the Cinderella story, the upcoming ball, and the meanness that her stepmom is to her, and Cinder's situation and everything. And it was just a very, very well written story. I just can't recommend this enough. If you can wait, like I'm going to have to, for at least a couple of months before the next book comes out, go ahead and start reading this now. Don't wait any longer. It's fantastic. I thoroughly enjoyed it. I enjoyed all the characters. This is Marissa Meyer's debut novel, so kudos to her. I'm writing a fantastic first book. Yeah, like I said, I'm going to be hanging on threads till the next book comes out. So hope you enjoyed the video. Definitely pick it up, and thanks for watching. Happy reading.